Yes, motherfucker.
It's the perfect point. Oh.
What's up?
Yo. What's the only unsinkable ship?
Friendship! Got it. That's Matt's joke of the week.
That's joke of the week. Got Ronnie over here.
We got Matt.
And there's John.
Hi. So, chapter 602, Alive.
Wow.
Pretty
Fucking vague.
I thought it was solid.
It was vague, but I think if you looked into it, there was a lot of stuff there to like tease you, and
that's what Kishi's done for what 6 years with Toby. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, even though it was so vague, I felt like it still offered a lot of information.
No, don't get me wrong. I just really felt like it was like, okay. I'm preparing myself for the next 3 chapters of just talking and progression. Talking and progression.
Flashbacks and whatnot. I really did enjoy seeing Madara and Toby interact, especially because it wasn't on some shit where it was just like Obito like dead or unconscious and some jutsu being done to make Obito the way he is. Because we got to see Obito as Obito. Something happened in between like the current time and where he is now, because he still wants to see Kakashi. He still cares about Rin, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, Rin died," but
she's still alive.
Yeah, she's still alive. So, he's not gonna just flip like that, unless like he's resisting Madara up until that, and then he just like realizes maybe the world is a dark place where he loses the people that he loves and whatnot. But it was definitely a good chapter, interesting chapter.
Yeah.
Thoughts, theories.
Me personally, my opinion. I've read better chapters. Facts wise, like they're saying before, there was a lot of good points that were made. You know, you still saw Obito as happy-go-lucky Obito. He's still like, for a guy who had one arm and one leg, he was still cracking jokes and still being like that optimistic kid. Like, oh, cool, like I can do things. You really can't.
Except for the point where he thought he had to suck Madara's dick. That was weird.
Yeah,
I was like, what? Yeah. Kishi, really? Like, weird.
The one thing that I really found interesting and enjoyed about this chapter was a lot of the facial expressions that they made, Kishi made Obito do, were very, very similar to Naruto, which made you see how, like, Naruto, he's not going to, or I don't think he is, but how Naruto could have become something like Toby.
It's a big foreshadow. Like, somewhat of a foreshadow.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of parallels between Obito and Naruto in general.
Just how they look, how they act, like there's so many different things, and like how like this kid that was so happy and cared about his friends and just wants to protect his friends, just like Naruto, all of a sudden is trying to just destroy the world or control it.
But I feel like that's where the Sasuke optimism comes through, because Obito's going to go through whatever he has to achieve that power to be protectable, even if it means going through that dark scenic route. Yeah. But, you know, I feel like, you know, Obito's a fusion between Naruto and Sasuke, good and evil combined, but he goes more through the douchebag path.
For this chapter, I think we definitely need to talk about Madara, though.
Old man Madara.
Well, I'm pretty sure we can say that, like Pain's Rinnegan were Madara's eyes. Like, we know that for sure.
Yeah.
The one thing that I was confused about that is, how did Madara give them to Nagato if he was, like, tied in? Like, at least what I thought was that Madara, like, poured all his chakra and, like, created Zetsu, and then Zetsu delivered the eyes.
I agree with you on that, because as you can see, when they showed you, like, those panels, you saw, like, these fucking
hanging Zetsu,
like, shells hanging and shit.
One of them looking like he had Toby's mask, which is a little interesting. One thing that I want to say I'm awesome about was when Madara, it's like, I'm surprised that you're alive. Like, it's almost like you slipped through the rocks. And I kind of did say, like, maybe his Sharingan was activated, and maybe, like, he subconsciously, like, transported part of his body.
That's Kishi just trying to figure out a way to be like...
I'm just saying.
Oh, they're still
though. Yeah, I'm still not 100%.
And another thing, Matt saying last week when you were like, maybe he's in between worlds, like...
Right.
You did say maybe, like, when he died, he didn't actually die. He, like,
it doesn't look
I just feel like they're in a fucking...
No, it is. He said it. Yeah, he said he's in between worlds. And
I thought he was just underground.
No, I feel like... No. Honestly, no. Technically, I do agree with you on that fact. Okay. I feel like it's more of a metaphorical thing in between worlds, because technically where they are, they're in an underground passage, because that's where Madara's like, I found you because you guys... Because Madara was like, he's like, you're blocking... He was like, "You're blocking my." He's like, "I found you because you were like basically alive."
Yeah, like okay, I don't know if I really believe that. Though.
First of all, the chances of you guys fighting by Madara's entrance. What the fuck is that about? Like
Yeah,
1 in a million, and Madara's entrance right there. Like the evil guy that's gonna rule the world is right here.
No, the thing that's funny about that is kind of like, what have you been doing? How do you eat? Like,
He eats roots.
And how did he get the motto Gezu? Like,
well, he can summon
He can
that.
summon
When you have the
Renegon.
renegade, you can.
You just summon it,
Red
but then
nigger.
where do you get all the
Red
Senju
nigger.
chakra from? Like, where do you get the chakra to live off of?
That's the statue.
Statue's
The
I thought
statue.
it was the Senju. I thought he said that was the
No,
first
that's-
cells that
no,
were
the
feeding
first
him.
no, the first cells are
Are in-
sustaining
yeah.
Obito.
Obito's
He's like,
life.
if you rip away from that, it won't.
I thought he said the first were sustaining him. No,
No,
you're
he's
right.
saying
Yeah,
the
you're right,
statue.
Wow,
you're right.
you been reading the chapter, bro? You been reading the chapter?
Matt read the first 3 pages and
And he's
he's
like,
like,
I
"Fuck this shit, I'm done."
Like that high school project.
He went exactly.
I don't know.
I quick. I fucking. What the hell was
Read the
it?
first paragraph.
I can't even remember the website now. Spark Notes.
Spark Notes.
For Sparks Notes
got
Naruto.
this. We got this.
I just assumed it was the same.
No, the statue's keeping Madara alive, and the versus cells are sustaining Obito alive.
Okay, so where did he get the first cells from to give?
Why are
to
you guys
Obito?
saying the first is?
I said first.
You said first is, and I
Did I
just
say
copied
first?
you.
The first is too. Like, I was-
Well, trying to fuse those 2 words and sentences.
first is a
When he fought the first, before he got all
Yeah.
fucked up and shit, that's when he got.
If he did,
No,
actually.
he
He did. Where are you coming from with these allegations?
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
This is not.
This is
Wait, when did we see him get? We never saw Madara fight the first Hokage.
Yeah,
Except
well,
in the video game.
yeah.
That does not count.
But it was
Yeah, but
stated
it's-
in
he
history
said
that
it.
he fought against
Okay,
one
there
who
were a lot of things that were stated in history which we know are not
Oh,
true.
God.
Alright, so we have to
Yeah.
assume that it's true right now because when they showed the statue, the first Hokage's face was sticking out.
Okay.
So,
And let's not also forget the Death Valley, where the fuck they call it, when Naruto and fucking Sasuke fought, when actually like Madara and the great first
yeah,
Hokage
they had 2
fought here.
statues.
Do you want more facts, bro?
No,
Do
I
you
really
want more?
thought-
We could watch Naruto
But we know that
1 to
Madara
250
didn't
and then
get
look at
killed.
all Madara.
We know that he didn't get killed by Harishima because he was alive.
Yes,
Okay.
but he still
Right.
fought. That doesn't mean he. Okay,
I knew he
I'm
fought.
not- oh,
He did. Okay. Anyway, I thought it was really weird how Madara was like, I want to create a world with peace and love and like all this crap. Like,
sound
that
like,
didn't
sound
sound
like
like
Nagano
him.
right there.
It's kind of funny because like I was saying, like Madara, old man Madara compared to Edo Tensei Madara
Young
and
sperm pumping
and young
Madara.
even young Madara when he was fighting the first and then also when he fought the second Susukage, like he was so arrogant, so full of himself, so destructive. And now he's like, oh, I want peace. I'm an old man. Da, da, da. And this is like, what happened to your
Like
like?
there wasn't
You know
even
what,
the
I-
same demeanor.
But I feel
Yeah.
like, you know what it is? I feel like when they do shit like that, it's through, you know what they say, with age comes great wisdom.
Yeah,
And I feel like Madara, you know, when you know, we're all young and arrogant at one point, but when you get older, you see life through different aspects and
but
doors.
Madara had a plan, obviously, because now he's back, and he's back now, and he's still a fucking asshole.
Well, yeah, because he's like, oh, I got my young body back.
well, now
I
that
don't
he's
be an asshole.
powerful again, like it
Yeah,
might just be that.
I understand.
Because, you know, when he was like,
But still, like the whole power of I guess he lost a lot.
yeah,
of
so
power
he
when
really, he's like, oh, like, you know, old people when they're about to die, they're mad depressed, like, you're like, I got nothing over for me anymore. Like, I think this is what Madara's like.
No,
He's like, Madara's like, I'm connected to a fucking branch. Do you not see these shits coming out of my back? He looks mad old. He looks like a chemo patient, yo. He's like, kill me.
right?
Oh my god.
A couple of things that were interesting about Madara. He has one eye, and he's like, yeah, I had a spare eye. Kind of weird. If he took his brother's eyes, that's cool. Like he had 2 of them, and that's how he got the Renegade and all that stuff. But like, whose one eye did he get? Like, and why was it? Why does he have one?
Right, and he
I-
could have gotten it from anyone from the entire period that he's been alive for. So he really,
Yeah, I feel like-
where's the other eye? That's the,
Yeah, that's a big. And what techniques does that one Sharingan have?
Or maybe he used the eye, maybe the right eye he lost, he used a technique that pretty much permanently blinded and he just took it out. Maybe, you know,
Yeah.
we're not going to know for another 8 pages.
You know what I'm just thinking about, which is a little interesting? Kakashi and Obito's eye were connected. When Kakashi warped Obito's arm away, remember how Toby was the one that found it? You think
Yeah.
that he found it
That's
because
funny.
like
Just
it was
love it.
his dimension?
Yeah.
Like he,
Yeah, I agree with that.
and yeah, oh, I found Sensei, I found your like, and maybe he was just playing it off.
My
but,
God, that'd be fucking weird.
mind fuck. I can't.
That'd be crazy.
Oh my God, I just yeah, you're right. Like,
Yeah,
oh my God,
like-
that's crazy. Well, he did say the dimensions are connected.
Could you imagine if, like, at the same time that he was warping, Kakashi was like sending Pain's nail?
That's fucking...
The nail
Oh my god, I just thought about that.
Or the missile that... at the same time, it was like, all right, I'm just going to go back to the base. All of a sudden, he comes back. No, what happened? Just put him back. Just put him back.
But I feel like, and that's when the whole thing, I feel like, I don't know, call me crazy, but I feel like that since Obito and Kakashi had like a really good like bond or connection, you want to call it, that he might have like, I feel like it was one of those Jedi moments where he was sleeping, but he saw out of Kakashi's eye and saw how Rin died and blamed Kakashi for that. Because at one point he's like, you can't leave here. So when the first thing I thought about was like, alright, if he can't leave, he either trains, develop his transportation shit, and he leaves, or he's like sleeping and like between his connection between Kakashi and Rin, he actually seen like a fight that Kakashi and Rin win and actually saw Kakashi die through his eye, which was in Kakashi's skull.
And then on a psychology level, like psychological, when you get kidnapped, a lot of the times after a while, it's easy to brainwash the person because you tell them the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, you go fucking crazy.
They relate with their kidnappers.
Like you're a dog. I'm a dog.
I'm a dog. Yeah. Like, so that could possibly could have been what happened, and then with Rin dying, that could have
just
been
set it off.
The main thing that
just
that really like set it off. Yeah.
Yo, she better die in like a really cool way. Otherwise, it's gonna be really like.
I bet she just got stabbed.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be some like shit with like Nagato and
If she gets cut in half, that'd be pretty fucking dope. Not gonna lie, but they're not gonna do that shit.
Yeah, with the train.
Like, yep, Rin just died because she got stabbed through her dumbness.
Maybe Zetsu plays a part in it.
Oh yeah.
I really feel like Obito killed Rin. I really feel like Obito killed Rin, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like that'd be the biggest fucking twist ever.
How? You mean Madara killed Rin? Or
no, like Obito.
Obito
killed Rin.
And then Obito
not even knowing. And through guilt, he just blames Kakashi for it.
Like you didn't, almost like it was a test. Like you didn't protect her.
Well,
I feel like that'd be the biggest
I feel like
twist.
somehow Obito has to like forgive Kakashi to go good before the end.
He'll forgive him as soon as he has 2 minutes of life left. He's like, I forgive you.
Right, but there has to be some way for the story to be constructed that he can have that arc.
Yo, I really hope that this doesn't happen, but there was at the end when he was just like, you need both. Madara said you need both eyes to reach its full potential, and he's like, oh, then I can like me and Kakashi can become stronger and protect Rin.
Let me try to get Kakashi. Let me get my eye back from Kakashi.
I don't think Kakashi's gonna get 2 Sharingans because he's not gonna be able to like.
Dude, he'd be the fucking blind ninja all the time. Like he won't be able to sustain it. Yeah, he doesn't have enough
chakra unless he's about to die and Obito saves him with like a Zetsu thing, and all of a sudden he has a massive amount of chakra.
When I thought about that, I feel like
that'd be annoying.
What they might do is that if he does hypothetically during a fight somewhere, Kakashi overextends his eye and does a jutsu that blinds him. And then, before Toby does this, because I really feel like Obito's going to do a heroic kind of disappearance or death. And he's going to be like, here, Kakashi.
I thought that too, but then I was also thinking, if something happens where Kakashi is going to die, which I don't think is going to happen again because Kakashi's already, died, but if, say, Kakashi's going to die, and then Obito, that's the shit that sets Obito off, and he's like, that was my last friend, and, it snaps him out of whatever trance or whatever thing he's in.
I know that, yeah.
And then he gets his second eye back, and that, helps him help Naruto and Sasuke defeat Madara or some shit like that.
I really feel like, but Obito, at one point, I feel like Obito's going to be that character, the modern, the Naruto Vegeta, where he goes to an evil scene, but then, he's still evil, but he works for the good side using his evil powers.
Yeah, it's a little late for that, but it could possibly happen.
But you see... It is late, but you see, the power that Madara is exerting just through brute force alone. So it's we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. That's what I think. But, yeah, that shit. Cool.
Yeah.
But, overall, I think the chapter had a lot of different things here and there that really started to clear some things up.
Yeah. And there was a lot of room for, speculation, I think, too.
Yeah.
With the little information you gave us, you can kind of start poking off in different directions.
So we're looking at we got 3 pieces of the puzzle put together right now. We're just waiting for the other 16 or 1 million that Kishi's gonna throw at us.
I'm interested to see what happens in the next chapter, what moves Obito's gonna do, because dude's crawling with his chin, it's gonna be a long walk.
I feel like I feel like you're gonna see surgically in arm and leg now, and he's gonna try to get used to it. And shit
he's definitely gonna have to stay there for the time being, and I like that Madara said, well, this is why the whole like he's underground thing is still like confusing to me, because Madara says to Obito, me and you can't leave here with our bodies. So they are gonna have to get like new bodies, or Obito's gonna need a new body. Like he said that the Senju cells are keeping him alive, but I feel like he's gonna get a Zetsu body.
I feel like you're looking into it too hard, John. I feel like it's just.
Obito at the end, like in the last chapter or whatever, like we saw that his body was healing, and we know that his right side is still human-like. So are you saying he's going to be able to control,
those are the first cells that when you saw him like heal up like that, that was the first.
I thought that was just coming from the other half.
Nope.
Like we know that he has a human right side.
Yeah.
Like because it didn't fall off when he Rasengan.
Yeah, no, that's straight up. That's straight up. So, first cells running through those bodies.
I don't really know what he means by that whole. We can't leave with our bodies thing.
Look at it. They're old as shit. Like, I feel like you guys are looking at this too. Like, Madara can't go more than 20 feet because he has a fucking...
Like, why? I get that Madara can't leave. That's cool. Like, I completely understand that. But, like, why did he say that about Obito? Because if Obito just rests and heals, he shouldn't have a problem with leaving. He said, we can never leave. Me and you can't leave this place with our bodies.
I think he was meaning as of now, talking like that. But
I'm going to look this shit up. Naruto FB.
Alright, we're going to look it up. The one thing I really don't understand is, like, how... Like, was it Obito who fought the 4th Hokage? Like, how could he have possibly gotten strong enough to fight him? Like, how could Obito have fought?
I feel like there was there was about, like, a 10-year gap.
It's kind of like if you trained with Bruce Lee for, like, 3 years, you'd
be a killer.
You'd be a badass.
You're gonna be a killer.
Oh, point out, right next to that Toby thing, there was that other Zetsu thing that looked like this.
Oh, yeah, in the panel with the two Zetsu things, one looks like Toby's mask, the other one looks like, kind of like the Sage of the Six Paths, like, with the horns and shit. But, just a little thing. Yeah, he says, and anyway, neither you nor I are able to leave this place, ... with our bodies. So, like, when he says with our at the pause and then he's like with our bodies, it's almost like he's saying that there's a possibility they can figure out another way of leaving there. Almost, it wouldn't be surprised if not Obito's real body's not there, like, or Madara's real body. But I feel like there's a lot of things that we can guess and speculate about, but we need more information with the chapters. They were very ambiguous with Madara's were very ambiguous with a lot of the shit that he was saying. Yeah. Which kind of pisses me off, because if I was almost dead and some guy was talking to me about shit, like, I kind of want, like, straight answers, not, like, bullshit. Like, how did I survive? It's like, it's a good question. How did you survive? Like,
it's like, okay, Morpheus. Yeah, right? I get the fucking deal.
What if I told you? But,
and then, wait, one more thing. Also, like, when did Madara actually die? Like,
yeah, I'm interested with that, like,
20
was
minutes.
his old age? Like,
I feel like it was probably, like, right before Toby appeared in Akatsuki. Like, once Toby, like, became, like, a...
I feel like that's when they set the plan in motion.
Yeah, I feel like that's when Madara was like, okay, I'm gonna die now.
I think Madara's probably gonna choose the time to, like, disconnect from the statue.
Yeah, and that's when...
Because, they're gonna have the plan set up so that...
well, if the Gerumazu was... seen at the very beginning of Naruto Shippuden, then Madara couldn't have been attached to it.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Well, since they were getting all the Jinchurikis, like, Madara couldn't have had the statue, so Madara had to choose to die at some point. Alright, we're on 18 minutes. Question. What do you think is going to change Obito into, like, Toby, and thoughts on Old Man Madara?
Like, how did he...
What do you think happened with the first? What do you think's gonna happen? When do you think he's gonna, like? It looks like he's gonna probably off himself once the plan's set in motion. What are you thinking? We want to hear from you. It's Ronnie.
That's Matt.
It's John.
It's Naruto FB.
We'll see you guys probably sometime in the week. Okay, bye.